The most disrespected person in America is the Black woman. The most unprotected person in America is the Black woman. The most neglected person in America is the Black woman. Said by Malcolm X, May 22nd, 1962. A statement that still rings true 60 years later, as Black women remain oppressed systematically and socially. We are not ignoring the fact that the Black race as a whole remains oppressed, but bringing forth the dangers of being a Black woman in America. It started with the food stamps plan implemented in 1939. Food assistance was made available to low-income households, but in order for you to be approved for that food assistance, there could only be one income in the household. Around this time was also the Great Depression, where 50% of Blacks were unemployed and about 25% of whites were unemployed. Because Blacks were concentrated in jobs and industries most sensitive to their economic cycles, and were the last hired and first fired. At the time, we were becoming jobless in disproportionate numbers. There isn't much evidence from the 1930s, but as of 2021, 49% of Blacks received government assistance compared to the 17% of whites who received government assistance. Out of all women in the household, out of all women in the United States, 12% are head of their household, and of that 12%, 27% are Black women. All of these government assistance programs, with their home-wrecking criteria, were created after slaves were free to continue to control and manipulate the Black household. Having a one-income household removes the man from the home. Therefore, systematically, the Black man was removed from the household, which leaves the Black woman unprotected and vulnerable to disrespect. This systematic racism notably affects us today when a Black woman is being publicly attacked. Even most Black men will not come to her rescue or defend her. Some may even jump on the bandwagon and disrespect her as well. According to the National Coalition Against Domestic Violence, more than 40% of Black women have experienced intimate partner physical violence, intimate partner sexual violence, and/or intimate partner stalking in their lifetimes. And more than half of Black adult female homicides are related to intimate partner violence. This is not including cases that have been reported to authorities. Some Black women will protect their abuser by not turning them into law enforcement to prevent them from becoming another statistic. There's a genuine fear that if they call the police, their partner could be killed, or they, as the survivor, could be killed. There's a lack of trust due to all the things we're seeing right now and what we've seen over the years. People of color suffer in silence due to fear of not being believed, being looked at as the aggressor, or being arrested. Because systems work against the Black community and the community has lost, or more like never had, faith in those systems, it leads to a reluctance to report and leaves Black women unprotected once again and susceptible to disrespect. For years now, on television, Black women are often portrayed as loud, bossy, aggressive, or bitter. We are often made easy to be targeted and mocked on television and social media platforms. Black girls are suspended and expelled from schools at much higher rates than other girls, according to an article written on Institute for Women's Policy Research by Susan M. Green, a senior administrator for social emotional learning and design at New York City Department of Education. School administrators are more apt to perceive Black girls as disruptive or loud compared with other groups of boys and girls. Black women are stereotyped as young girls based on the angry Black woman that is often portrayed to the world through television and social media platforms. According to BlackDemographics.com, about 24% of Black women have a bachelor's degree or higher, compared to 35% of all women. Also, the percentage of Black women who have an associate's degree, which is 10%, is about equal to that of all women, which is 9%. But this is often not the Black woman that they portray on television or that they celebrate on social media. Thank you.